Now we're ready to switch to Illustrator, and we're going to try to recreate the visualization we saw earlier. Okay, first we need to place our SVG file on the canvas. We're going to place it on the right hand side, and then I press Shift and then I scale it, otherwise the aspect ratio is not preserved, and I put it somewhere around here to make it big enough for our viewers. We still need some crucial elements. That is the rectangle that's on the left hand side, sort of like this. I already picked the colors online by using a color picker, and I think this one had sort of this color, a bluish gray color. And we also need our logo, a red logo for the Economist. That goes right here. Make it red. This should be okay. So these are the main elements, and now we need the text. We have a very prominent text on the left-hand side that says, "Women ask fewer questions when men speak first." We need to make this way bigger, sort of like this. This is okay. We also want to make it a little bit wide, or very wide indeed, to make it really stand out. I choose to use a Montserrat font because I think it just looks nice, and it's very similar to the one in the tweet. Then I copy the text by holding Alt key, and then I just move it downwards, make the text a little bit smaller, and change the color a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit more bluish so that it doesn't stick us out as much as the title does. The text is not very important right now, but I'm just going to try to copy it as it was in the tweet. This should be okay. And then I also make it smaller so that it fits in the box. Sort of like this. Again, I hold the Alt key, go down a little bit. This one should be less bold, so I'm going to make it a very light font. Montserrat also has this light font here, and then I'm going to add the credits to the text. Oops, that was too much. Or the source. Oops. There we go. Source, who was that? A. Carter and others. I'm not going to copy the whole thing like exactly. It's more important that you get the point. Okay, we put it right here, and this one further down. This should be okay, and then we align it all on the left hand side, so that's all nice and clean. So that's okay. Still, we need our little Economist label here, so we're going to add a little text that says "the," and then we copy it holding the Alt key, Economist. Oops, I'm not an expert in Illustrator, as you can see. I just started it, but I hope you can bear with me. Economist, like this. Again, we make it white. Oops. So, oops, now I'm stuck. Okay. Where are you? Come here. Okay. We're going to make it white and make it also way bigger than this. This is not big enough. Even more bigger, sort of like this. And we're going to give it a serif font. I'm going to use Times New Roman as a quick one. Okay, so this is the startup, and it also already looks like our real plot. There's still some problems here in our visualization. First of all, there's some numbers missing here. Here's a 5 missing, here's a 0 missing. And the other thing is that we have some overlay here. Do you remember the white lines we put on the grid? These are the white lines, but they go along the whole x-axis, and they overlay the gray lines. That's not what we want to have. We can change that afterwards, but now we're going to get the basics right first. What we need is a little piece of text that goes right here, and the SVG is in a group, so we can basically get each and every one of these little lines here, and we can make them smaller if we want to. I'm going to make it like this big now. Did I catch it? No, I think I catched it. No, I didn't. Try to catch it again. A little bit tricky at the beginning to catch these lines. I'm going to try it again. I hope it works. Yes, there it is. Then we make the line smaller and put it right here. Okay. You see, it's not perfect, but you get the point, I think. And now we can add some text to it. and the text would be here. That's ... when the first question was asked by a man. Okay, again, we changed the font. Montserrat is nice. Make it big and bold so everyone can read it. This is a super important information in this tweet, in this visualization, so we want to make it really big. Then we're going to copy it, put it down, and then we change the text here to woman. Okay, this should be okay. So this is the basic lineup for the whole plot. I'm not going to do everything that's inside. It's just going to take a little while. But what's still missing is our little line. I prefer to add a little rectangle here, sort of like this. Put it right here. It's still too big, I think. Make it smaller, like sort of like this. Yeah, I think that's okay. We can make it even smaller. I think that'll do. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's more about that you get to know the point. Hold shift, go upwards, and then we have our little line here that that tells you where the 0 point is. One last thing, the numbers. Again, every element in this SVG we can change. For example, also the numbers, we can make them bigger here. So the 5 appears suddenly. Same goes for the 20. If I'm able to catch it, a little bit tricky. Now we have it. I can change it, I can make it bigger. And now I can also see the numbers. So this is basically it. And it shows you how powerful ggplot2 is with Illustrator. You can just export your visualization from ggplot2 to an SVG file, import it to Illustrator, and do whatever you like with it to make a good looking and nice plot. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a bunch of stuff. See you next time.